What's going on, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of Seen But Not Heard, where we will travel all the way to Berlin to talk to our friends in Thwart. We also feature music by Phobophilic and Carnographer. Let's move on to the show, folks. This is The Bottom of Creation by Phobophilic. So normally at this point I give like tour stories or show stories and all that fun stuff. I just want to kind of touch on some politics in the music world. When it comes to choosing your band name, do some research first before laying it down in stone and setting up a Facebook account, Instagram, whatever. I have a buddy who's in a band, and he contacted this other band that just started up recently with the exact same name. And in the extreme metal world, or the metal world in general, there's going to be some crossover and stuff, you know, but don't name yourself after a band that exists. It's fucking stupid, man. Be a dude, not a dick. Do your research. It just makes everyone look bad. So, yeah, that's all I gotta say. Hey there, everybody. I'm here with the band Thwart from Berlin, Germany. How are you guys doing today?
Hi, they're great, I think. How are you doing?
Very good. It's finally getting better weather out here, and you know, just life in general. I'll kind of go into that. So, I live here in the States, so you guys are in Berlin. The music scene out there, how has that been going since the whole COVID thing?
Well, not much to tell. Much? I mean, it's not different.
Yeah, because I mean, every place has been different with restrictions-wise. So I was wondering if you could explain, like, what's going on over there with all that.
Alex? I think very hard, but I think it's right. So you're not even able to rehearse in a good way. I mean, you could, but it doesn't feel right.
Yep.
But yeah, here is nothing. I mean, you can try to do like online streams and so on, but the venues where you could be able to do this, they will block everything. What you want to do these kind of things? Nope. Not allowed. Whatever. And I understand this completely, because we don't want this COVID thing to be there the longest time of our life.
Exactly.
And the financial way is, or the financial side is, they have to pay for this if they give a shit about the restrictions and a lot of money. So don't fuck the system, or don't fuck yourself twice. So
agreed.
Keep on and drink beer.
So with that, what have you guys been doing since? Okay, so you released your debut album, Once Human, in 2018. Am I correct?
Right. Yeah.
All right. So with this time, have you been spending it to be writing and like just promoting and stuff like that, or what's kind of give us like what's been going on with you guys?
Yeah, we started writing our new songs, concentrated on our new album, and yeah, we use this time just for creative stuff now.
Good.
And also we started working with Extreme Management Group, this management company. So since then we have much more to do, of course, and yeah, even though there's COVID, we work on our promotion stuff and new album coming up.
Very
probably
cool.
This year.
Good. Because you mentioned Extreme Management. Scott, who's a friend of mine, he's the one who turned me on to you guys, and I've been listening to that debut album of yours quite a bit. It's really, really good. I enjoy the hell out of it. So.
Thank you.
With that, because I notice, like, I'm an old school metalhead, so like from the first track, No Way Out, when that kicked in, it really brought like a Metallica vibe to it, which like really grabbed my attention, and then just thrashy as hell, and the vocal styles you guys have going on really add to it, because I mean, it's kind of like a hit or miss. Like, you guys aren't power metal, you're more thrash, but you have really like the clean and dirty vocals at the same time going on there. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is like kind of just my take on it. But it's done really, really, really well. I mean, it's kind of like a hard antidote you guys have to nail perfection, and you guys have done it in my eyes. I mean, it really grabbed me for the first time. So, like, so I kind of ramble on here, but with the second album you guys got coming up here, are you kind of sticking to that same kind of vibe, or are you trying to do something different here, or what's the plan?
I think the vibe is kind of the same. But for sure, we learned a lot from the first album. I mean, it is a debut album, so we are in the same ballpark, I think. I think this is the right word. The tracks are shorter because, sure, the first album has some legs that we enjoy, but they are kind of a little bit more focused. Tracks like Apocalypse, for example, or a music video or first single, this track has kind of like an oriental vibe to it, and these parts will take, I think, a little bit more time in the next album.
Okay.
Not because we say we want this, we need this, marketing, whoa, but it's just a thing that happens because we fucking love this shit. And yeah, it's more focused and produced better, sure, because of the whole evolving thing. And all of us take more part in this whole process. Sure, the first album was kind of a match, trying to match everything and give everything we got. But the next album is even more a band, even more everyone takes place in the songwriting, in the whole emotion thing, and everyone drinks more beer. So I think it will be better, and
I think so.
Even more interesting.
Yeah, it will be better, and I find the sound a little bit thrashier, I would say.
Okay.
So, and vocals are also a little bit heavier, I think, but still melodic, very, very melodic stuff still. But yeah, it's changing, and we are really finding our character, actually. I can say that.
Because like I said...
some death metal vibes and so on also. So Kishia practiced a lot of screams, for example, shout, and boy, oh boy.
Because like you mentioned, like the production's gonna be better on the new one, which I find hard to believe because the debut album sounds just like it's amazing. I mean, did you guys obviously had it professionally done? But what went into making that album? For like, let's go to like your influences of like your startup to the end of that album. What like day one, getting the band together to releasing the album, what all took place for you guys?
Wow.
In the early days.
Early days.
So, it all started, the whole band to start at the very beginning. The whole band started when Danny, the other guitarist and the lead guitarist and backing shout, was looking for people to make music. He had some sketches, some ideas, and I was interested because it was this style that is kind of unique, but very heavy and also so groovy. I love the shit. So I hooked him up, talked to him, okay, let's do this together. We match made in heaven, and then we looked for a vocalist, and we talked about what do we want, and we didn't talk much. We want a singer, a female singer. Boom, there she is. Mm-hmm. So all the things happened, the tuning and everything, and the sound perspective and so on. It just was a match made in heaven. Then Philip and Dominic, the bassist and the drummer, joined, and in this whole region, we just tried to practice and to evolve the scratches he had so far. Right from the start, they were very good. There was no very big need to change him or to change him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They just didn't, they matched with the whole concept. And yeah, then we got to when we finally. So our point was to get on stage when we have the album. We don't want to get on stage, and yeah, here we are. That's it. So we want to try to keep it professional from the very start. So have shirts, have CD, have the album, website, promotion, all the lovely shit. So that was the goal. So we joined the whole studio thing, and recorded the whole thing. I think now it's in Sheila's part because she loves to record.
Oh my God! Oh. I mean, should I really tell the truth?
Let's hear it.
Yeah, with Alex, we record lots of. Mostly we record together, and it's always a struggle because it's not because we can't do it or something, but we have all the time something to discuss, and all the time I'm pissed, and then he's pissed, and we don't understand each other, and we're like, no, you said that, and no, you said that, you mean that, yes, I mean that, yeah, that's what I mean, okay, so we were talking about the same thing, you know, so, yeah, it happens like that, but, if you're talking about our musical influences through those, through this time,
mm-hmm.
since we started, I can say that everybody has a little bit different background. So I used to listen to more old school stuff, and I think Alex and maybe Domek also, the bassist also, I think likes old school stuff. And Alex, you're a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm into the old school stuff, but my main focus when I learned guitar was all around the core. But most important thing in every kind of music, I mean, I was born with the sweet status quo, glitter band, Van Halen, Black Sabbath, a lot of Black Sabbath. But the main thing was core, but everything that has groove. So if you want to define Lamb of God as core, with core influences, for sure. These things, yeah.
Very cool, very cool.
Yeah, so.
And Daddy is also kind of old schoolish, but he has a specific taste no one can really define.
Yeah. He likes also modern stuff, I guess.
Modern, but completely different, and also the goofed up things. With the skank beats, it's very hard to define, and that's why Thwart sounds like Thwart, mainly. And Philip has a specific style he likes. He has a lot to, or he played in a jazz, blues, rock band, and for sure, and he's going to become math. He studies math, he studies math, and so he likes all time signatures, but also the heavy stuff. So the influences are wide.
Because you can really hear the difference of all different kind of styles of metal in your guys' music, which I said is really grabbed my attention because, you know, you start off with that real kind of like, just like that old school metal vibe, then it goes real thrashy, then kind of power metal, and you got the gutturals going on, but like I said, it's done well. It's not just like, hey, let's throw everything in here just to try to cover everything. It's produced and it's written like very just perfect. I use that word very very rarely, but like when I hear something where it really catches my ear, because I consider myself kind of it's going to take me a couple listens to like that. You guys jumped right out when I first heard it, and Scott was 100% right. He's like, check these guys out. I think you'll enjoy it. And yeah, 100%. So, like I said, whatever you guys are doing, it's fantastic, and keep it up.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Great to hear that. Yeah.
So how's how are the fans overseas there? Like, how do they take in your music? Are you getting good responses from people? Because the one thing I find, and I don't mean this in a bad way, so try not to come off that way, but a lot of people find like female fronted, and it's not a genre, but when they see a female fronting the band, they kind of go in it with like, oh, okay, I know what I'm getting into kind of attitude. But you guys like kind of crush that away and just, like I said, make it your own. Are you getting a good response from people?
Yes, you're completely right.
Yeah.
Just let me say some words to you, because you're the woman. I think you should talk for sure.
No, you can do it.
That was the thing for us. Sure, we can be the next women fronted metal, and everything is part of the cheer, or everything focuses on the cheer. Sure, it does, because she's a woman and can fucking sing like a whatever.
Like a whatever.
Like the most beautiful and devilish.
Oh, thank you.
In the world.
That's what I want to hear. Thank you. Yeah.
But these things, these themes, also in the world of the modern time, takes place in our tracks, and how should I say it? We don't like to be judged by a gender, I would say. So if you are good, you are fucking good. No matter if you're a female or not. Sure, a female has a different vocal character than a male. Sure, it's in the physics. But it's not a marketing standpoint for us because or even here, because just we want this sound. And sure, you know by yourself, women are getting attention because there are not a lot of women in this kind of music.
Yep.
Like Ginger, or Spirit Box or something. But we give a big fuck about it. Because we are not part of the whole, we are female fronted and just female fronted, and we are female fronted. Sure, we are female fronted, but we are female fronted because we love the melody, we love the harmonies, we love the voice of the voice.
Because like for me, I'm one of those guys that if someone sends me music, I listen to it first, then I do my research on the band. I don't look up to see, what am I getting into? I kind of like that surprise. And, it's different for everyone for sure. But yeah, like you said, it's like, I don't like when people also use that term, oh, this is the female fronted band. It's like, it's a fucking metal band. I mean, that's what it is. Call it what it is. It's a metal band. You don't have to, like I said, define it by gender. I just think that's kind of ridiculous, and this isn't me just like saying we need to put a stop to this because it's never going to end. But yeah, I wish people would just kind of look at music just through music and not, what people think, oh, like you said, kind of a marketing thing. It's not, because you have talent, you have talent. That's not what it's about. So do you find yourself kind of getting called out on that at all? Do people like try to throw that like negative context at you, like, oh, you're just using a female to get more likes from the male viewers and stuff?
Actually, we didn't have anything like that, right?
Good.
No, I don't think so.
You know why? Because she's fucking good.
Exactly.
And no, but this is a more neutral thing. Sure, there are some bands out there that where the marketing standpoint is the female, but they do the same thing, or they do the same thing, or even bad in a more bad way than other male-fronted metal bands. Sure, but we are not this kind of band. Sure, she could be the best looking, or is the best looking women out there. But if she can't sing for the term of music, she would not be in the band.
Exactly.
Sure, she's a woman. We like the voice of the women, but she has to be good for this, as everyone else in the band. If we would found a women drummer, I don't fucking care if you have boobs or a vagina or a penis or boobs like me. No one fucking cares.
True, you don't play with it, right? Sorry.
We don't fucking care.
Just had to make that joke, sir.
That was good. So let's touch on some other things here. What are your plans? Like, we're now in 2021. Things are hopefully getting better. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist, but I'd like to be optimistic because myself as a musician who plays live, I also want to get out there. But like you said, you're working on a new album. Are you kind of trying to make tentative plans to, like, hopefully get on the road here as soon as you can, like making those contacts and getting that ball rolling?
Yeah, we're working on that. We want to, of course, and I don't know when it will happen. That's something that we can't see at the moment.
Yeah.
And, I mean, this is a little bit frustrating also for us, because thinking of when to start these things frustrates me, because you can see, and we are almost ready for that, you know,
yep.
Because we will have the album very soon, and we are preparing everything at the moment, and then we have to go, you know.
Yep.
But the go doesn't come. So, I mean, yeah, we don't see it. So this is the problem now. I don't know how it will develop in the summer. And if they allow us to play, at least for people outside, we don't know.
Yeah.
Nothing is certain. So, I mean, going on a tour is also a little bit, I don't know, a little bit unthinkable at the moment.
And you know,
for us.
The thing is, too, which is really unfortunate, is about a year ago when all this stuff started happening, bands were doing like Facebook live streams and stuff. And then Facebook started to kind of like, hey, we're not going to allow you to do that, which is, so they had to move to like Twitch and stuff like that, which is really kind of asinine at this point. It's like we're all just trying to get by, especially as musicians. We're not making money. We're trying to push our product. We're trying to get our art out there. But, you know, the hindering of social media at points with that is really heartbreaking, for one, and two, just frustrating. So where I'm leading with this is, if we're not able, us all as musicians are not able to hit the road and tour, do you have kind of like a plan B of like a social media expression of how to get your new music out there, like how the push to do that? Do you have like kind of a backup plan for that?
We're working on this. Yes, we have some backup plan. But for this thing, we need a new rehearsal space. Or a bigger or a more focused rehearsal space. We have plans for this for sure, but we can't even focus on this right now because restrictions are very, very hard. So that's kind of the problem. Sure, we want to, or we have ideas. But the restrictions are very hard. We can't say, let's go to this place and shoot the video.
Yeah.
We could do it, but the fee that we have to pay for this could be very hard. And I think we live in Berlin. So it's not like a village with 200 people where no one fucking cares. Here is the police on the road. So we have some plans, some backup plans. But it depends on the whole situation, how it evolves. If we should stick to them, and we have to do some, or try to, we should create some more rudiments to, okay, this, we want to do this, so we have to do this, step, to keep it more focused and to keep the thing rolling. But,
on social media, yeah, I mean, we are doing it now also. For example, we have Thwart Thursday. Not every Thursday, but every second or third week Thursday we do live stream on Instagram.
Okay.
So that we have our social media a little bit active. And last time we invited Brita Girls from Critical Mass, and we had a nice chat with her. And this kind of things we have in our minds. We want to go on with them, of course, even if we don't have any concerts or any tours coming up. But yeah, this kind of stuff we want to go on, and until we can do it forever. Actually, I mean, I can say until we have concerts. No, yeah. Yeah, other than that, because of the restrictions, we can't really do a lot. We could, for example, maybe play together, but we can't. We are not allowed to, actually.
Really? Like, so, it's that strict over there right now? The restrictions are that?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
yeah. Even the places where you could rehearse are closed, or they're very, very specifically serviced with people who say or tell you, if you are more than two, or even more than one, you're not allowed to go there.
Wow.
You're not to breathe in a specific way. I mean, like I said earlier, I think it's good like this, but these are the terms we have to deal with.
Yeah.
And also what I want to mention, sure, we could do something everyone else could something do by themselves. But we have all daily jobs, and then to get kind of a little bit depressed or frustrated at home and to say, today I record a video in my living room.
mm-hmm.
How's the year we haven't played together? Yeah, I feel it. It's hard. And because we are not a professional music system, taking not that heavy place in a professional music system, there's more emotion in the music, or more emotion than money, and so yeah, it's hard, but it's also a lesson. But yeah, these are the terms that are kind of heavy.
I hear you. It's so different because here we have restrictions, but I'm sure you see on the news, I don't know how much you see about America over there, but so many people just don't believe it's real, and states are just like, oh, nothing, let's just open everything up. And I, for one, I had COVID when about 8 months ago or so, and it wasn't fun. It was terrible. Lucky enough, I have no, symptoms from it anymore or anything. But me being a 40-year-old guy, it hit me really hard. I mean, if I could afford to go to the hospital because we don't have health care, I would have, but I didn't.
Yeah.
So, that being said,
we'll be there again, hopefully.
And so I get the restrictions and stuff, but also it's like we can still go have band practice. I still have my buddies come over and jam in my basement. I don't go out anywhere besides like the grocery store and stuff, but I'll still have my band members come over so we can write because, well, we also play it safe. I mean, like I said, I go to work, I go to the grocery store, and I'm at home. And then I'm doing this kind of stuff here. So,
okay.
I take it serious. But, as you were. Sorry.
No, it's just I don't know what the latest is. I think this is okay how we do it, because I think this is responsible. I think when you don't do your music, you're not a musician that just oofta, hey, this is good, let's drink 50,000 beers. No, you're passionate about this. Like everyone else is about their job. So if the emotion is right, so I think this is okay. So,
right. So I have a couple more questions for you here, and then we're gonna, call it a day. But so like I said, you guys are obviously based in Berlin. We've covered that. What are your plans to kind of like get the music pushed more towards like the States here? Do you have like a plan of action? I mean, this being one of them. It's really cool talking to you guys.
We should talk to Scott about that. The thing is, our our plan is first to be more active in Europe. US would be a little bit later, on a later stage, I would say, because it's too far away. And of course, going there and meeting people, I mean, it would be great if we can come to the US. But first, I think, I mean, we should think about our own region first Germany, and then Europe, and then wider. Yeah.
Very cool. So 2 more things.
Just one side fact. The first one who listened to our album was straight from the fucking Bay Area. No, he was from New York. Yeah, he was from the New York area. Yeah. So, US is a market for us. And, I mean, every inspiration comes from fucking US. So,
right.
I mean, it's kind of not that cheap for us Europe people to go there in the States, and that we are. But so, sure, when it will happen, or when it could happen, yes.
So can you tell the people here that are watching this show here in the States, or I've had people from Argentina and Finland all over, check it out. How can we get merch from you guys? Where's the best spot to go find like CDs, shirts, all that stuff?
Right as a mail. Right as a DM, right as a mail. In this time, now, this is the only way. We are working on this to go like a big hotel shop or whatever. But right as an email, right as a Facebook message, Instagram message, whatever, we try to copy it.
Very cool.
Worldwide. And we ship worldwide so far, I think. Australia was the most far away, I think. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I have one more question for you guys, then we're going to call it a day.
Okay.
What would be the dream tour? What would be the dream lineup for you guys?
Oh, very difficult question. So many bands.
We are the headliner. The first band is Lamb of God. The second band is Trivium. The third band Metallica, and we are the headliner.
I dig it.
No, I want to be with Misery Index. Sorry.
That'd be a good one.
They can be the opener. It's okay for me.
They can be the opener. Yeah. They can open for us.
No, those would be.
Yeah. And I would. Testament also.
Oh.
Sorry. I love Testament. I have to say that.
It depends on which bands we can get, but bands like Misery Index, for example, what you also really like, especially for the first album, Colossus, bands in this stage, they are. I think we played with Nervosa, for example, at New Club here in Berlin. These are all good bands, great bands. If you want to take it to the dream, like you asked, you heard it.
Well, you guys, I truly appreciate your time. I'm really looking forward to the new album. I'm going to promote the hell out of this other album, and like I said, keep in touch with me. Let me know when new stuff comes out so I can help promote it and help push it over here in the States, because you guys, like Scott was right. He's like, you're going to check it out. I think you'll dig it, and he nailed it on the head, so...
Cool. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the invitation.
Yep, and I will talk to you guys later, all right? And be safe out there, okay?
You too. Thank you.
I'd like to thank Thwart for taking the time to talk to us, getting to know them a little bit better. Our good buddy Scott Ames from Navalra got me onto these guys. He works with them through Extreme Management Agency, so it's cool that he's pushing more bands towards me so I can discover them and help you discover them as well. Look out for the new Thwart. Go find the old Thwart. Once human, great shit. We'll see you guys in the States soon, I hope. Moving on to the end of the show, folks. Carnographer. These are another Omaha-based band. I just love Omaha metal scene. What can I say? They're great dudes. Coop Shoes in this band. If you know Coop, you know guitar players, which I'm trying to be. That's why you see me holding guitar here. I'm trying to be more like Coop, for one. And two, I've been working aimlessly, trying to write more songs for a couple projects of my own here, and just be a better guitar player and a better teacher to my students. So trying to do 5,000 things at once here. So I appreciate your time. It means a lot to me. If you guys like the show, please like and share. If you want to get your band featured on here, hit me up through Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Just get a hold of me. All extreme metal, all metal. Let's do this. And as always, support the underground. Here's Carnographer with Clitoral Carnage.